So meron kang utang and sinangla mo yung property mo. Dumating yung time na hindi ka makabayad. Itong pinagkautangan mo, pwede niyang makuha yung property mo. Ang tawag dyan is foreclosure or ang pagrimata. Ang pag-uusapan natin ay yung extrajudicial foreclosure of real estate mortgage, which is governed by Act number 3135 as amended. So some important terms muna para guided kayo all throughout our discussion. Pag sinabing debtor, siya yung nangutang. Pag sinabing creditor, siya yung nagpautang. Pag sinabi namang loan, yan yung utang. Mortgage, yan yung sangla. Ito ay isang kontrata bilang security na mababayaran mo yung iyong loan. Si mortgagor, siya yung nagsangla ng property o yung bahay at lupa. Under the law, dapat itong si mortgagor has the absolute ownership over that property mortgage. Si mortgagee, siya naman yung pinagsanglaan. Foreclosure is yung pagrimata. Pag sinabing extrajudicial, that means out of court. Meaning, hindi sa korte fina-file yung kaso. Pag sinabi namang redeem or redemption, ito yung pagtubos doon sa yung property na narimata. So before we proceed, I would like to inform you that I publish my ebooks. I run an anti-scam campaign, so please support me. So pwede kayong maka-avail nitong mga ebooks na to on my Gumroad or sa rocket.ph. Please click any of the links below to purchase. So explain ko sa inyo yung proseso sa pinaka-simpleng pamamaraan lang para hindi kayo maguluhan. Just finish this video. At the end of this video, i-discuss natin paano mo naman mare-recover yung narimatang property. So halimbawa nga, hindi na makabayad ng utang itong si debtor mortgagor and nagdemand na for payment itong si creditor mortgagee. Sabihin natin si bank. Ngayon, ito si mortgagee, magpa-file na yan ng petition for extrajudicial foreclosure or EJF. Usually, sa practice ko din, sa office of the sheriff yan, pina-file. Madalang lang ako makita na nagpa-file before the notary public. And it is very important na sa mortgage contract, itong si mortgagee has the authority to institute this EJF and it must have authority to sell. After filing the petition, may mga proseso na kailangan i-comply. Ito yung posting requirement and yung publication requirement. Sa posting requirement, notices of sale shall be posted in 3 conspicuous places in the city or municipality where the property is located. So, normally, sa mga public places yan, halimbawa dun sa court, sa vicinity, malapit sa palengke, sa munisipyo, basta public places. And the posting must be done for 20 days prior to the date of auction sale. Yung publication requirement naman, yan yung pagpapublish sa newspaper of general circulation. So yan, 3 consecutive weeks. The notice must state the time, the date, the place of the sale, the name of the mortgagor and the mortgagee, and the description of the property, and magkano ba yung loan or magkano ba yung outstanding obligation. So next na dyan is yung auction sale. After ng posting and publication requirement, so notify na yung public, na notify na si mortgagor, proceed tayo dito sa auction sale. Dyan na yung may mga magbibid. So yung property, ina-award yan sa highest bidder. But if walang other bidders, kundi yung mortgagee lang, so sa kanya i-award yung property. After the bidding, itong si sheriff mag-i-issue ng certificate of sale in favor ni bank or ni mortgagee. And this certificate of sale, kailangan yan i-register sa Registry of Deeds. Ang rason dyan, bakit kailangan yan i-register, bukod sa requirement yan under the law, yan kasi meron tayong tinatawag na redemption period. So usually, 1 year redemption period counted from the annotation of that certificate of sale as a general rule. Take note as a general rule. Kasi meron kasing rule na pagka ang mortgagor is a juridical person or halimbawa, korporasyon, Ang rule dyan is that the right of redemption is only until but not after the registration of the certificate of foreclosure sale and in no case more than 3 months after foreclosure, whichever comes first. I suggest na pagka napanood mo tong video na to at isa kang corporation mortgagor, check this with your lawyer. Kasi baka mamaya pagka napanood mo tong video na to, iba na pala yung law. Once awarded yung property kay mortgagee or pagka mayroon ng certificate of sale, hindi naman kagad siya yung may-ari. The debtor, mortgagor, still has the right to remain in that property habang mayroon pang redemption period na 1 year. But, etong si mortgagee, pwede siya mag-apply sa court for the possession of the property pero kailangan mag-post siya ng bond. Ngayon, pagka nag-fail mag-redeem si mortgagor within the period of general rule 1 year from the annotation of that certificate of sale, magpapakonsolidate na ng ownership or title itong si mortgagee. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, ipapalipat na ni mortgagee yung title from the debtor mortgagor papunta sa name niya. And pwede nang paalisin si debtor mortgagor doon sa kanyang property. So, remember, kanina pinag-uusapan natin paano mo mababawi yung narimatang property. Bukod sa redemption, bukod sa pakikipag-compromise agreement doon sa mortgagee. So, mayroong mga cases na pagka yung posting and publication requirements hindi na-comply, pwedeng ipa-annul yung foreclosure sale. Pwede ipa-cancel yung titulo na nailipat kay mortgagee or dun kay bangko. So, I'm going to share with you one case decided by the Supreme Court in 2018. This is Bautista versus Premier Development Bank. So, itong si Spouses Bautista nangutang sa bangko. And sinangla nila yung kanilang property. Dumating yung time na hindi sila makabayad ng loan. So, syempre, itong si bank, magpo-foreclose yan. So, itong si sheriff, nagpadala na ng first notice of foreclosure dito sa Spouses Bautista noong October 17, 1995, informing that the mortgage property would be sold in a public sale on November 17, 1995. Pero itong auction sale na to, hindi ito natuloy noong November 17, 1995 kasi nagpa-postpone si Bautista. So, second notice, nangyari yan noong December 6, 2001. So, yung notice of sale dyan, na-post ulit ni sheriff and mayroong publication. Pero hindi natuloy kasi yung representative ng bangko hindi naka-appear or hindi naka-attend. So, na-reschedule yan to February 18, 2002. Dito naman sa February 18, 2002 na schedule, hindi na nagkaroon ng publication and posting of notices. Pero natuloy yung auction sale. So, Spouses Bautista, in this case, nagdemanda sila for the annulment of foreclosure sale. So, nung nakarating yung kaso sa Supreme Court, ang ruling ng Supreme Court, inannul yung foreclosure sale held on February 18, 2002, pinakancel sa Registry of Deeds yung title na nailipat sa bank at ibinalik sa Spouses Bautista. Ang ground dito sa ruling is dapat daw nag-comply doon sa notice requirement. And these requirements cannot be waived. So, in particular, ito yung sinabi ng Supreme Court. The requirements for posting and publication under Act No. 3135 were mandatory and jurisdictional. We have held that statutory provisions governing the publication of notice of mortgage foreclosure sales must be strictly complied with. Hence, even slight deviations from the requirements would invalidate the notice and render the sale at least voidable. The objective of the notice requirements is to achieve a reasonably wide publicity of the public sale so that whoever may be interested may know of and attend the public sale. This is the reason why the publication must be made in a newspaper of general circulation. The court has previously taken judicial notice of the far-reaching effects of publishing the notice of sale in a newspaper of general circulation. As such, the publication of the notice of sale in a newspaper of general circulation is essential to the validity of the foreclosure proceedings. To allow the parties to waive the jurisdictional requirement can convert into a private sale that ought to be a public auction. So sa madaling sabi, the publication and posting of the notice of the rescheduled extrajudicial foreclosure sale are mandatory and jurisdictional. So yung foreclosure sale na hindi nag-comply doon sa notice requirements, yan ay void. Okay, so that's it for today's topic. Sana marami kayong natutunan. For now, please like this video, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit that notification bell icon para ma-notify kayo ng mga next videos ko na i-upload. Thank you very much.